Good evening, and welcome to our Vampire the Masquerade Chronicle, ATL By Night. Our Season 2 finale, Chapter 8, Take It Off. Let's meet our vampires.
My name is Leon Aurore, and I'll be playing Thomasina, Elena Cuesta.
Zachary Vaudo, playing the well-rested Anton Krovopuskov.
Brittany Trambauer-Smith, playing Melisende.
My name is Tyler Sutherland, and I'm playing Aaron Ulric.
And I am your storyteller, Ellie Collins. For a bit of quick housekeeping, since our excitement for the return of Cyrus, we forgot to announce that the Lost Childer Play Guide that you all have been waiting for it to become available again is now available on atlbynight.net, completely for free. Just go to the website, click the menu, and follow all the pages for the Lost Childer Play Guide. Also, you can catch me on Vancouver by Night on the 26th at 11 p.m. Eastern on Twitch TV/Vancouver by Night. We're doing a game to benefit the Trevor Project, and you can see me alongside LA by Night alum Shane Easton, Cynthia Marie, B. Dave Walters, the Critical Bard, and featuring Matthew Mercer as Cuthbert Beckett. So it's a wonderful cause that we're benefiting for Pride, so make sure to check us out for that. So I believe that is everything. So without further ado, let's sit back and tell a vampire story. When last we saw our coterie, they had escaped by the skin of their fangs from a Second Inquisition experimentation facility, even having an unusual run-in with a Lestenbres, Alejandro. They made it back to the manor fairly intact, with Cyrus collapsing asleep and Anton needing to be staked in order to prevent a frenzy. It was a difficult rescue, to say the least. Now, a couple weeks later, our coterie is healed, and the day has come. The home has undergone a few renovations, having electricity run through, windows have been covertly covered thoroughly on the inside. They've been able to clean up a few bedrooms, as well as make the basement a bit more hospitable. A letter came from Mooney, delivered by Hex. The Primogen had been found, and all brought back safely. Now, you have been invited to Mooney's nightclub, Violet Sin, to execute Prince Talbot Rourke, and put that finishing touch on this treaty between Kindred and Gowru in the city of Atlanta. It contained a not-so-subtle note to dress appropriately, out of respect for Mooney's domain. And so as the sun has gone down, you've all awakened in your manor. Please, everyone, give me a rouse check.
Oh, man. Yes. Bestial
Success.
failure.
So you are very hangry when you wake up.
2 hunger.
You're at 2?
Mm-hmm.
All right. The invitation did not specify a time for you all, but you have a feeling you should head there as soon as possible.
Storyteller, I would like to review the document.
Mm-hmm.
So, Mel is going to grab a copy that was delivered and thoroughly review it before they depart.
Okay. The document you have seemingly no loopholes. They are delivering, and you are to come deliver Talbot Rourke.
It specifies exactly how he needs to be executed, or no?
No, it states that the primogen that exists now, that are safe, will be the ones to deliver his body, but you are to attend.
Okay. And I'm just going to fold a copy up and put it, well, the only place I have to put it. I'm just going to stick it right in there.
All right.
I'm just getting my bearings back after a couple weeks of being down and under. Just I'm probably on that first level. Actually, no, I'll be in the study. Just
Okay.
for simplicity, just one of those plush chairs.
Okay.
Little hungry, getting some minor flashbacks of what that felt like at a higher degree, but just kind of letting it go.
Okay.
I would have found Mooney's portrait and just have taken a moment to look at her in a different light. Now that I know what she could have been, but now is.
Looking at it, it's very much a posed, proper oil painting of a family. The little boy in it is probably about 7 years old. Husband, dark hair, nice, dashing young man. Mooney's probably about in her mid-20s in the picture. She doesn't look unhappy. It just looks very stately.
Remind me, Storyteller, her and I would have known that the family lived and then disappeared, right? Her and I would have at least known that story.
Well,
Yes.
I made reference to that from what we found in the blood as well. So
Yeah.
But we would have known that they just disappeared because we would have known that they existed, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Storyteller, have any of my folks been by the manor at all?
Philip has been by.
Good.
He was brought here by Hex. She had a bag over his head for shits and giggles. He's allowed to know where the house is, but she wanted to mess with him a little.
Okay.
But Philip has taken one of the smaller guest rooms.
Good.
and I probably haven't seen Harrison. Just came when I was down, I imagine.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And as I am very hangry, I assume that means that I have yet to see any of my scene.
That is correct.
Yeah, that's good.
There is still the drop freezer in the basement, very full of bags if you need them.
I make sure to grab one and load up before we head out.
Okay.
I think it would take you like 2 per hunger to 2 bags.
And you said it's very full, you said?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mel,
Hex is trying to keep it stocked.
Mel, I can hold on to some extra bags if you want.
I wouldn't want to... Yeah, here, will you please just... Please, just...
Just slip them in my bag.
Okay.
I'm well fed. I am as prepared as I can be for this. Storyteller, are we going to have to drop by the compound before we go?
No. Since the other Primogen are tasked with delivering him,
Okay.
Dot and Falcon and Alpha have that handled.
All right.
And we are completely under the impression that all the Primogen are alive and well. Is that correct? Or do we
Yes.
find out when we get there?
It's a condition of the agreement that she did not invite you until they had all of them.
And we did not get to hear from them first. Is that right?
Correct.
Okay.
Cyrus is gone by the time we wake, I imagine.
Oh yeah.
It's been like 2 weeks.
Yeah. He's gone.
At some point, since we don't have phones or tech, I would have left him a note with Hex
Mm-hmm.
to say thank you. And then also, as much of the Dr. Amanda Gilbert details as I could remember,
Okay.
since all of that was at the Athenaeum.
Okay.
Sorry, on the subject of tech, actually, you said that a lot of work had been done to the house. Do we have any computers via Hex or not yet?
Not yet.
All right.
Damn it.
And one more note, I guess, postscript. The next time he goes hunting for Officer Shelley, that I'd like to tag along.
You mean Stella?
Stella, thank
Yes. Okay.
Also, has there been any headway on whether or not I would have access to any of my accounts, and are they still there?
Your accounts do still exist.
Mm-hmm.
However, they are currently frozen under power of attorney since you have gone missing.
Cool.
Power of attorney currently is Tabitha Hernandez.
Oh, okay. Oh, well, that's not better. All right.
Storyteller, how did my funeral go?
It was beautiful. Lots of people showed up. It was broadcast on CNN. Lots of people cried.
And I still don't know what's happening in the real world, do I?
Correct. There were some protesters outside your funeral, but they were dealt with pretty quickly.
Okay.
I'll have to check on my assets. It's probably power of attorney of my sire, but I won't know until I get in touch with him.
A few more housekeeping things specific to the house. Throughout the 2 weeks, I'm just going to flick on Ghost Vision every now and then and make sure we're alone.
Please.
Should have done that.
No,
Well, I guess we're never getting to the party now.
Your Oblivion Sight doesn't require a roll for you, correct?
Correct.
Okay.
It requires me to act cool if I don't want them to spook out.
So there are 2 ghosts in the house.
Okay.
One out near the barn just appears to be an older farmhand. And then one in the house that is a grandmother type figure.
I would have liked to spend a few night hours with them trying to get some details. Were they killed viciously? Do they communicate? Do they speak English?
At this point, they have not provided you with any answers yet.
Okay, I'll keep that to myself.
Storyteller, did Aaron meet his horse yet?
Did you guys bring him to his horse while I was asleep?
We would have been awake. You would have been sleeping, but
Did you
really
guys
excited.
Did you guys want to bring him to his horse?
I definitely would bring him to the horse. We would have definitely wanted to bring him to the
yeah.
horse, for sure.
He's been through so much. He gets a pony.
And also, he's like an animal himself, so he'd really appreciate it.
It's been 2 weeks. I imagine you
Yeah,
brought him.
so they do take you out to the barn, and you have your 4th horse. They are very gaunt. You would almost think they were dead, except they are moving about very slowly, and their eyes are completely whited out, as if they were blind.
This one was famine, right?
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
Mine's death.
It's fitting. Just spend a night or so stroking it, getting more familiar with it.
Okay.
That's it.
Do you want to stay in that part of the barn, or would you have looked around?
No, just in that maybe
Because
one night.
there are multiple buildings
Gotcha.
around the barn. There's a couple smaller barns, a general field hand house with like the yard equipment and things like that. There's probably about 4 small buildings surrounding the barn.
Sure, given the ghost activity I saw, the horse that I'm seeing, I would have done a little bit of stooping.
Okay, so in one of the more medium-sized barns, you discover a jet black on black 1967 Mustang with an envelope underneath the windshield wiper.
I check it out.
The envelope is labeled Cyrus.
I don't check it out. In the back of my mind, I think of how many taco packs I can just fit in this car, and it just gets put aside. Respect.
We'll do that
He
later.
gets a pony, too.
He gets his own pony.
So during those 2 weeks, would we have been able to, with me and Thomasina, given that we are older, would we have been able to ride our steeds at any point?
They have not allowed you to ride them yet.
Okay, so we will have been working with them, but can't really get there.
No.
Correct. They're warming up to you.
Yeah,
But-
takes a while.
Last check-in. I'm curious. I would have checked my reflection for wounds of the injection site and the gauntness. What do I see?
Unfortunately,
Oh.
your reflection is no longer behaving for you. It's foggy, it's distorted, almost like that cloudiness in your eyes when you first wake up. But no amount of rubbing your eyes changes it. You no longer have a viable reflection.
Would one of us have been able to see that if we had been standing near him?
His reflection on all reflecting surfaces that you guys have seen around him no longer is there. It's as if someone just took a blur and wiped it over where Aaron should be.
Weird.
That's messed up.
At some time between when I finally woke up and the night of the party, after checking in with everybody else, I just would have found a moment with Aaron away from the others. Said, "I'm sorry that I've not exactly had all of this time to check on you. I've been otherwise occupied, as it were."
I appreciate you not taking a bite out of me that night.
No, I had enough sense of mind to know my limits and know what might have happened.
Just as a heads up, I'm seeing some weird things. I'm feeling different. If it does come down to fight or bite, probably don't bite me until we figure this out.
Understandable. What kind of weird things?
Usually when I take a bite out of something bigger than me, it's a meal. It passes after a while. This is staying. I can't see myself. I didn't usually pay much attention, but it hits you different when...
Can't see yourself.
No. And I'll show you the reflection in a mirror. Lack of reflection.
Huh. Storyteller, I've seen this before, haven't I?
Yes. With Lestenbres.
Mm-hmm. What other strange things are you experiencing?
I've got a checklist. I lost it. I can see very well in the dark. When Alejandro had us, I could see perfectly. He was a little hazy, but
You could see him.
Yeah, his outline, his goatee, his sharp features. It was abnormal.
Interesting.
And I'm seeing ghosts. I see dead people. It's unnerving. There's 2 on the grounds.
Oh.
I
was about to make a joke, but I'm more curious now.
They haven't warmed up to me yet. They're around. I'll point them out later. But if you have your occult background and could help bridge the gap, I would be happy to translate.
I could attempt if they are willing to speak, if we can find said ghosts.
When we have less things on our plate.
I suppose so, yes. I was very upset with you that night. And I apologize for...
You had a right to.
Yes. I may have had the right to, but it is still not a reason to act this way. Especially towards somebody that I consider to be my friend.
I sang some Dolly in the cell.
I heard.
I forget your hearing. I'll clarify, I didn't sing well, but it's...
No, you didn't, but it helped
Okay.
keep me focused.
Usually, the shower turns off when I try to sing. So, karaoke night at the Gangrel compound might be a little different going forward.
You helped keep me focused on the mission at hand. It may have been one of the few things that did.
Thank you. It's not gonna get easier after tonight, is it?
No. It never does. But if it makes you feel any better, you've already been seeing dead people. Every day.
That's so... true.
I will just pat him on the cheek and head back into the rest of the house.
Okay. And are you guys getting ready to head out?
I believe so.
Okay.
We will have had to specially order this from Hex, wouldn't we?
Oh, Hex
Oh,
was,
man, was that a
more than
blast?
thrilled to bring you all clothes and makeup for
Right,
everything.
there's a beauty store. It's off of Candler Road. You're gonna take a left.
Oh, yeah, Hex.
Awesome stuff.
Hex had tons of stuff, and she has snuck into Violet's Den more than a couple times.
I was telling you have any chance at all to go by my place, not the Athenaeum, my place, and just take anything of mine. I beg of you. I cannot wear dead people clothes for much longer.
She'll try. All right, so are you guys taking the Escalade?
Ooh.
I suppose so.
Yeah, I do have some really quick housekeeping questions.
Okay.
Would we, going in, these are questions I could ask when we get there, but I'd like to know now since, etiquette is my thing. The Masquerade rules, do they apply to this?
This club would be considered Elysium for tonight.
Okay, excellent. That is really all I need to know. Thank you.
Is Philip able to drive us?
Philip is willing.
How would you guys feel about going back to old times for a little while?
A sense of normalcy would be nice if you would be willing to do so.
I can get him down.
I think after tonight, things are going to get real rough. So it'd be nice to have a little sense of nostalgia.
Yeah.
After tonight, we are in election season, as it were.
Do we need to elect before we kill Talbot?
Ooh, that would be easier.
As we typically do not do elections, it is sort of as the Primogen wish. I believe the document states that the election happens before the prince steps down, but in this instance, we may be improvising a little bit of jazz, as it were.
Can I just not go?
No. Oh.
You are one of the shepherds tasked with safeguarding this contract and nominee for the princedom.
And for finding the Primogen that we didn't find, and as though the target were already big enough on our backs, you not being there would be worse.
Oh, absolutely.
So Philip is going to pull the car up out front and get out and open the door to let you all in.
How does it feel to have a bigger car?
I think I won't be scared in traffic anymore in this one.
No.
It's worse gas mileage too, so don't be too excited.
Yeah, please don't do that. It also tips like you would not believe.
Better than the limo.
All right.
It's good to see you again, Philip.
Good to see you too, sir.
Philip, can I ask you a favor? Storyteller, I'm asking you too.
Yeah.
Can you please turn NPR on? Please, please, for the love of everything holy, please turn NPR on.
And Philip will turn it on for you.
Okay.
He just kind of grins through it, but he turns on NPR for you.
And they're replaying, I would assume, whatever their 5 o'clock messaging was.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just sitting in the back of that car losing my absolute shit right now. Like,
Yeah.
Believe it or not, we actually have bigger things on our plate.
Oof. Or at least more immediate.
All right, so you guys go through Atlanta fairly easily. And then you pull up to the club. If you would all turn your lights on, please. All right. So, arriving at the club, you can feel the bass of the music outside. Clearly, the party has already started. The benefits of not having to wait for the sun to go down. There's a cloth tunnelway leading from the valet spot on the street parking in the club. A few tourists are trying to look into the cloth hallway, but they're held back by some bouncers who are just announcing, "Sorry, this is a private VIP party. Club's closed tonight. Sorry, folks. Come back tomorrow night. We'll be doing no cover." And the tourists sort of walk away dejected, but they're making plans for tomorrow night. And when you arrive, the car doors opened for you, and they allow you into the tunnel. And there is a smaller Garu at the door that you met the first time you came here. The bouncer, he's in a black muscle tee that's trimmed in neon and has long tousled hair with neon strands in it. Says, "Hey, you guys look great. Very on brand. Mooney's gonna dig this. Real quick, I need everyone's hands."
Absolutely.
And he goes, trust me, this is as much for you all as it is for us, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And he is going to mark the back of all of your hands with a big, bright V.
Oh.
And he says, head on in, and I don't know, however you types have fun.
Thank you very much. I appreciate the point of the cloth tunnel. Hospitality.
Yeah, this is more for the guest of honor.
Of course it is.
All right, so as you enter, it's dark, but it's illuminated by the glow of black light. There's neon trimming every surface, and the people are elaborately dressed. They're all clearly prepared for this kind of a night. And from the raucous nature of the party, this is probably normally how they celebrate. You guys are free to explore the club. There are 2 levels. The upper level appears to contain VIP seating in booths with small curtains. There is one booth that has 2 bodyguards outside of it. You could probably gather that that's Mooney's booth. And there's no stage like the typical vampire clubs you go to. There's just a small raised platform for the DJ.
You know, the last time that I was here, when I did not know this was Garu Club, it was not even half this energetic. It's a little bit more special.
I imagine that they're waiting for this as much as the rest of us, so.
Oh, I can certainly assume so. They would very much like for this to go off without a hitch.
I think I'm going to go make amends before my time is up, comrades. And I'm going to head to Mooney's booth.
Okay.
I'm just gonna really quickly lean over to Aaron and go, Aaron, just to double check, I imagine that the others may have told you about our place of residence and who was living there before. We had discussed not bringing that up to her, just in case.
It's fine by me. The fewer marks against Mooney I can get, the better.
And I'll just wander into the crowd.
Alright.
I'm going to be looking for any other Vs on hands. How many approximately do I see, if any?
0. This club is packed to the brim with werewolves.
Not the first time we've been in the minority.
Alright, I'm going to... I'm going to head towards the bar just to kind of look as though I'm about to order something, but just refuse things for a while.
So as you walk up to the bar, the bartender looks at you and then goes right back to what he was doing.
Great. I'm just going to stick around over here because I do not feel great about this at all. There's too many factors here that I can't control.
Okay.
How's my shadow doing?
It's fine for now. This club is pretty dark, save for the black light, so
Okay.
you're doing pretty good.
I want to head towards the center where everyone's dancing
Okay.
and join in for a little bit.
Okay. Why don't you make me
Oh,
a, let's call it dexterity and performance.
Yes,
Let's call it that.
sir.
Okay. Oh.
Yes.
I have plans.
So dexterity.
Hey.
It's 3 successes.
Okay, so you're doing pretty good. Some of the werewolves are not as keen to dance with you,
Gotcha.
but they are dancing. And if you could very quickly make me a wits and awareness roll.
Sure thing. A little bit. That's only 2.
Out of the corner of your eye, you catch a very quick glimpse of Sunny standing off to the corner, drinking a beer, not participating.
Okay.
But very neon.
Give it a few minutes. Work my way over there.
She leaves.
I'm just cutting my way around the club and just looking, see what kind of people are there, if anybody is interested in socializing or if everybody's just very pack mentality.
Before we do that,
Okay.
Mel, as you walk up to Mooney's booth, there are 2 Garu, the bodyguards. One has their hair in a tight ponytail, very sharp features with elaborate tribal neon paint on their face and neck and arms. And then next to them is the other bodyguard, and similar tight ponytail, but lots of belts all over their outfit in various neon colors, a little bit shorter, very feminine features.
Okay. I will approach them equally, so wherever they would be together, I would come between them. Not between them, but you know what I mean,
Yeah.
like in the center.
And they just look at you and they smile.
Is there any possibility that I could have a moment with Moody?
And one of them kind of grins, and the taller one, and says, "Why?"
Just to express my gratitude for the invitation.
She did say one of you was pretty diplomatic. All right. What's your name?
Melisende.
I'm Brightfang.
And I will extend a hand.
And they reach out and shake your hand.
A solid handshake.
And they pull the curtain back, and there is Mooney laid back in a purple velvet sofa with a guy on one arm, girl on the other arm, just drinking, laughing. And she looks up and goes, "Mel! To what do I owe the pleasure?"
Well, I owe you for the pleasure of getting to be here. And I will approach her and do kind of like a, semi-bow to her.
Oh, that's weird. I don't like vampire shit.
I take it more as a parody of what things used to be and not what they are.
Yeah, we'll call it that.
Okay. Well, again, thank you for having us. Thank you for everything you've done. I hope that I will have an opportunity to work with you in one way or another in the future. And, if you need anything from me, as much as I can, I would like to help. So.
All right. Enjoy yourself until the others arrive. That's when we'll kick it off, I guess.
Okay.
Don't touch anyone here. I
Oh.
feel like that goes without saying, but
course.
I'm just putting it out there so you can't say I never told you.
No, completely understood. Would be against my etiquette anyways. So
Okay.
I'm going to try to approach to shake her hand.
And she does take her arms from around her paramours and leans up to give you a very strong, firm handshake.
I will not quite meet her strength intentionally, so I will thank you again, and you know where I'll be.
I will. Have fun.
And I'm going to do another little half bow, kind of even more silly than the first one, and then I will head to find, I'm just going to head out to the crowd for now.
All right.
I saw Aaron go for Sunny, and I saw Sunny leave. So I'm gonna go over to him, just try and drag him back out to the dance floor,
Okay.
and I'm going to dance with him, and just say, we haven't really gotten a chance to talk since you got back.
It's been busy, weird, yes.
Yeah. I can only imagine that there's a lot you've already recounted to Aaron and probably to Mel. But is there anything that you still aren't sure of, or I imagine that not having your reflection, we've all seen it, that is quite an identity crisis.
It's the same face I've been seeing for years. Hasn't changed. I don't imagine it's going to change anytime soon, so I can either keep that image in my head, or just go full down the road, get a weird haircut, and no one will recognize me. I don't like that option.
No.
But I don't want to hold on to something that isn't going to be there anyways. How are you doing?
I'm afloat. I have Philip. I have home. I I don't have my connections. This is driving me up a goddamn wall.
Are you staying busy? I imagine you get in trouble when you're bored.
I do. Hundreds of years of finding that out. No, normally I would be either working with other teachers, or I would be working with the governor, or I would be working with, anybody. All I've really had at the house has been fucking decorating, okay? I couldn't get the throne upstairs. I was lucky to get Philip. So this has been a lot. But I'm afloat.
Are you going to float somewhere else? Make a new name, new connections? What's keeping you here?
Tonight, mainly. We'll see after that.
Well, if you ever need a second-class driver, let me know. Third class, okay.
Philip keeps it clean.
Why?
Because I'm in it.
Okay.
Granted, my senses aren't that heightened yet. There is some wisdom in reinvention. Lord knows Mel and I have had to do it decades at a time. But I don't exactly know what I want to be yet. I have an idea, but...
Do you change names every time you go somewhere different?
I have sometimes. But it's not necessary when your connections are as strong as they should be. I imagine it's different with Gangrel, but with the Ventrue especially, there's only playful backstabbing. So, it's hardly necessary. It's just fun sometimes.
I am sorry for what Alpha did. He did what he did, and not like I could stop him, but there was a lot of layers, and I don't understand them all, but it resulted in a lot of dead Ventrue, and that's bad. I'm sorry.
Those are my connections. I lost enough of them before. That has not made things easier. I realize that this is not under your control. However, please understand that as much as Mel and I might butt heads, I would much rather see her as prince. I need to know that you have similar leanings.
To be honest, I'm split. But not between Mel and Alpha.
Really?
Really. Alpha is top dog, but he didn't spring a full action team to rescue me like Elijah did. And Elijah was one of the people who helped keep my beast under control when I was with Olivia's school. I owe Elijah a lot. But I owe Mel a lot too. So to be honest, I'm split.
Well, that hardly makes for easy elections, as we well know, but
it's not a vote for Alpha, if that's
It's-
any consolation.
Then I am comfortable with that response, as comfortable as I can be.
Great.
All right, so Anton.
Just walking around, getting into the groove of the music, seeing if anybody is paying me any mind, steering out of the way, etc.
So there is a very short redhead girl. She, very bright eyes, lots of hot pink. And she's dancing, but she keeps kind of looking back at you. Just
One of the times that she looks back at me, I'm just going to literally just lock eyes on her.
She's like, oh. And she's going to make her way towards you.
Can I help you?
And as she comes up to you, you see she is maybe 4'10". She is extremely short, but She's making up for it in posture. She's just very short.
As she approaches, I notice that I go, "Can I help you, miss?"
She goes, "Hey, I'm Slaughter."
Anton, it's a pleasure to meet you.
Oh my god, I have so many questions for you. Like, okay, so like, are you really dead?
I'm sorry?
Are you really dead? Like, is that like your whole thing, like you're dead?
It's a state of being, I suppose. It's
Oh my god.
medically, yes.
So like you're dead when like the sun's out? Like, do you dream? Is that like sleeping? Like, do you dream?
Funny you should ask. I had quite a few recently, as it were.
Why do your teeth look normal right now?
I would like them to.
Can you drink any kind of blood? Or is there like weird special blood you have to drink?
It varies. Me personally, I've got a strong stomach. I've never quite been sure.
Do
if
different blood types taste different? Like, do you have a favorite?
I'm gonna
AB positive,
I'm
actually.
gonna go straight for him. Be like, "Hey, Anton, how's things going? How's
So
it
if you're
going?"
dead, do you do things like
I'm
go
sorry,
to the
I didn't
bathroom?
meet you. What was your
Hi,
name?
my name's Slaughter. What's yours?
I'm Mel. It's nice to meet you, Anton. Can I speak to you?
Are
in
you
the
guys
corner for a
different
second?
kinds? Like,
Just
I
for a
heard there were
second.
different
Just right over
kinds.
here.
We'll come back to this, and I'll just
Okay.
I'll follow over.
So I'm just gonna take you to somewhere other than here, and of course it's like loud. She was asking a lot of questions.
I imagine she's Garo and we are kindred.
Do we just share all that information with them?
Not all of it is hidden information.
I don't know.
Unless we are extending the masquerade to all other beasts of the night as well. They already know that we exist.
No,
I'm not exactly going to tell her about our inner workings. She's not getting our fucking address or anything. But I'm a teacher. I'm a teacher, and I'm a teacher of kindred studies amongst our kind.
all right, but you've got 4+ other kindred that are riding on your discretion.
She only has to know about me.
I'm gonna give him a pat on the back and head on out.
She's like-
I'll tell her back and go, different kinds, yes.
What kind are you?
What kind am I?
Is that rude? Like, I'm a glass walker.
The same as Moni.
Yeah. Everyone here's glass walker.
That strangely makes sense. Alright.
Do you guys not hang out with your own kind?
It depends. Some more than others.
So what kind are you?
I'm, it's called a Tremere.
Huh. What was she?
The name is a Brujah.
Huh. There's like more of you. Are you all different or are you like the same?
We're a mixed group. Other groups are more unified. It depends.
Can you do different things? Like I heard some of you can be invisible and that's like really cool.
I cannot be invisible yet, but yes, I can do different things.
So does it like have to be like real blood or can you have like a rare steak?
I haven't tried the rare steak, but as I said, strong palate. I maybe can. I do not know if it is because kindred are Russian, but I will figure this out.
Do different people taste different? Like would I taste different than like him?
Who is she pointing to?
She's just pointing to the dance floor in general.
Possibly. State of being factors into it sometimes.
Oh.
What about you? Do people do? I do not know exactly how the Garu eat. I have made assumptions, but
I used to eat a lot.
in general,
Yeah.
specific things, candy, people.
I mean, I really like tikka masala.
I know a very good Indian place in Midtown.
Oh. So do you ever get sick?
Sick?
Yeah, like do you get like a cold?
No. I do not have an immune system to attack
Much
it.
better. Oh man.
It has its ups and downs.
So like what sucks about it?
There's a whole list. It could take a while, but
Oh, that's a lot.
yes.
I've never met a vampire before. Or wait, no, we're supposed to call you leeches. Yeah, that's the word.
You're supposed to call us vampire.
Well, that's what everyone else calls you is
Mm.
leeches.
I imagine other kindred call the Garu different things, but respect, as it were.
Yeah, you guys say a lot of dog things about us, and I don't really like it.
Well, others do, but we do not, and therefore, respect.
You're kind of all like.
Mm.
I mean, you're all like formal, and you got and you hurt people, and
Do I look formal to you?
I mean, Mooney talked you guys into dressing up, and that's pretty cool, because if you guys came here looking like vampires, it would be really fucking uncomfortable.
What does a vampire look like?
I don't know, I've seen, like, pictures in, like, my books and things.
Tuxedo?
No,
Long
like,
cape.
like very witchy
Bela
clothing.
Lugosi hair?
No, like we have books about you guys. We have like a library, and there's a lot of books in there because like Mooney says, know thy enemy. And
Interesting.
You
Is
know.
this a library that's in the middle of a nightclub? Is it a different place?
no, we have places we live, but that's none of your business.
Oh, God.
But it's kind of cool to get to meet you guys. I guess I've never met one. So.
I'm glad that you did. Perhaps I can change a bit of judgment, as it were.
I mean, this all is for like a treaty, right? So I guess I have to make nice. That's why I had so many questions. I wrote them all down and I tried to memorize them, and then I couldn't memorize them. But then I thought it was really weird if I just like ran up to somebody with a notebook and said, "Excuse me, sir, I have questions for you."
Strangely enough, not the first time it would have happened.
Yeah, but like, don't nosy humans do that?
Well, yes, but that is what I'm used to, as it were.
That's gross. Okay, I'm gonna go dance now. Bye.
Very nice to meet you, Slaughter.
And she runs off into the crowd.
Cute kid, and I'll just walk off and try to find like any of them instead.
I'm not far, but I'm
Yeah, I'll walk up to whichever one of them is closest, which I suppose they know.
So the two of them are still on the dance floor. Mel, you're just kind of hanging out.
I was nearish to him because so I was
Yeah.
kind of just I don't know where I would be in relation to him, but somewhere where I can be sulky, but also be present.
Just a full 360 until I spot somebody, which is Mel, and just walk back in her direction. It's just
I'm giving him the full-on mom look, like. I get it. She was harmless, but I don't know.
It's not a matter of harmless. It's a matter of expectation, as it were.
Yeah. Well.
We are expected to hide who we are from Kain, Legaru, and other assorted creatures of the night. I can't believe I said that. She's got me thinking about Bela Lugosi.
Would I have been able to hear any of their conversation from where I was?
Not in this club.
Okay.
Yeah.
You
They
did
all-
see her getting super excited. You saw a little bit of her notebook thing, but
Yeah. They all know about us, and they have assumptions about us.
Is there not some... My understanding is there's a long-standing dislike for our various races.
There is, and that is what fueled many centuries of war. It is what has fueled much division, and it is something that very well could have prevented what is about to happen here tonight, and what has happened recently with the retrieval of our primogen that we could not get to.
You misunderstand me. I'm happy about the treaty, but I'm not particularly happy about giving them more information than they need.
I give the information that I believe everybody needs. I guarantee that the rest of you do not know everything about me yet either.
Oh, certainly not. And I'm just gonna say, I trust you. Just being cautious. Not that I have a whole lot longer to live and all, but I just would like to know, at least for the next 20 minutes, if I'm safe.
Why are you so convinced of your imminent demise?
What else happens to somebody who doesn't win a unethical, illegal election since nobody knows we're allowed to even have one?
I imagine... Well, first of all, I imagine you have some time before the election, as of yet, no other candidates have been announced or nominated. I feel as though you may be able to extend your lifespan beyond the party, as it were. But at the same time, you hold a very particular position among the primogen. And as was said to us previously, they expected to have quite a bit more time to figure this out. There are other methods of this that do not include death. There's changing of the mind. There is swearing to secrecy. Christ, you've signed an NDA before.
I've spent many years working with many courts and on many constitutions and with many congresses. And the one thing that has been true is that death is inevitable, for the loser. And while I am already dead, I will treat every single day as if it were my true last day, because I cannot expect a whole lot more now that I am front and center of all of the kindred, as it were.
As it were. Do you remember when we met?
Vaguely.
I always thought it was very funny. Being on CNN a few times back when I had a name to be on CNN, as it were.
Same.
And I imagine it all blends together for you after some time. You were convinced at some point that I would be perfect for your clan. And little did you know.
Yeah.
And as it were, as far as I can tell, there is a reason for that, and it is that we have very similar ideals. We line up in a variety of thoughts. And the main thing is that we stick up for each other. So I will understand the way that you address life. But you must also understand that I believe in more for you. And should your life be put into danger over this, do believe that I will burn every person here to the ground before it happens.
And I'm just going to let the silence, not silence, but the silence between us linger for a second. Well, burn the motherfucker down. And I'm going to fist bump.
Yeah. And I'll part and head back into the crowd.
Yeah, and I'll head back into the crowd too. And now my spirits are lifted, still cautious, but lifted. So I'm going to boogie out in the crowd a little bit.
Okay. Aaron, Thomasina, you guys are still dancing?
As best as I can.
He's doing it. I don't really want to go beyond the crowd right now. I remember the last time that I was dancing in the middle of a room that got a little conspicuous. So I'm gonna tone it the frick down right now.
Okay.
I have a point of order question, Storyteller.
Yes.
I'm sorry. As I am new to the game still, did the Garu, as I am hangry, would the smell be more intense? Would I be more
It
provoked?
smells like wet dog in here as
Okay.
people are getting more sweaty.
Excellent. That makes me feel better. Okay, cool. So I'll just be hangry, normal hangry, and not like I'm going to literally tear somebody's throat out hangry. Awesome.
Yeah, no, it's smelling a bit gross.
Okay, cool. Great. Awesome.
All right. And so you guys enjoy dancing for a while. Again, the smell of dog is getting a lot. A couple of people have not so subtly stared at you. It's very obvious that even without the V on your hand, everyone knows who you are. And then make me everyone, wits and awareness roll.
Three.
One critical.
5 messy critical. Whatever that means for awareness.
Not a damn thing. 0 of all things. Failed every single dice. These dice.
You're actually letting yourself get into the music.
Yeah. I really don't know what the fuck is going on.
You're really enjoying it. You're looking up to the DJ up top. He's kind of a taller, burly guy with short brown hair and a beard. Just really spinning some great tunes.
Yeah, if they hit that occasional, new wave 80s, Mel's gonna be really into it. Like,
there's a little bit of 80s coming
give me some
through
Depeche
mixed
Mode
in.
and I'm there, man. Like,
And so, those of you that notice a movement from Mooney's booth as her bodyguards both stand up real quick. Mooney comes out with them, and they make their way down their hallway, down the stairs, and towards the front door. And you're just seeing them move in a rushed fashion.
Are they headed out the door?
No, they're just headed to the front door, and they're pausing by the front door.
Okay.
Like business. Right. I'll take note, and I'll just kind of drift back towards like the side. I guess a bit more like between the bar and the dance floor, but away from that.
Okay.
I'm gonna point it out to Mel. Just, hey, something's going on.
Can I see anything? Do I get anything from this storyteller?
As a few people have started to kind of dance a little bit slower as they're watching, you can kind of see it through the crowd. I'm not going to penalize you for being short. And so after a couple minutes, everyone's still trying to make it seem like they're partying, but they're clearly being a little nosy.
Uh-huh.
And in walks Dot, Falcon, and Alpha. And in tow, rolling with them on one of the proper gurneys for it, is a golden casket. And they walk with Mooney towards the back of the club into a back door, where 2 guards come out from that door with very large guns, and they are standing outside the door. And that is where we are going to take our break. We will be right back in a few minutes. welcome back. All right, so Falcon, Dot, and Alpha have all entered with a casket and walked to the back. Falcon is wearing a very lime yellow leather jacket. Her hair is done up into a mohawk with colored cording throughout the mohawk. Dot is wearing an electric blue, it could barely count as 5 scraps of fabric. She's covered. But it is showing off, she has bright lighting going through her piercings. The corset piercing down her back has cold cathode lights going through it, laced within it. Piercings that are glowing. Dot has taken every opportunity to eat this up. Alpha is wearing a white t-shirt.
Oh, yeah.
But they have gone to the back. They have 2 guards that have come out with guns to stand guard over the door. And after a few minutes, Mooney's bodyguards come out and make their way back up to her VIP booth. And the party picks back up.
Would I know by some stretch of etiquette and my various doings that this was the time for us to begin making our way to that area?
No, there seems to be no indication.
Okay.
The leaders are talking.
Okay.
And the bodyguards left, but the armed guards are still out front of that door.
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
definitely no.
So I guess we
Yeah. Just gonna
dancing, like,
Just keep at it.
just
happening,
vibing next to the bar. The door.
Just keep swimming.
yeah, I'm just gonna keep dancing and watching to whatever extent I can.
Okay. Thomasina, you're approached by a very slender but unnaturally tall woman with short pixie cut neon red hair, tattoos covering the right side of her arm and chest, and she's just grinning. She goes, "You're one of them, huh?
Last time I checked.
Name's Tank. What's yours?"
Tommy.
I like it.
Ditto.
So what do you make of all this?
This is kind of you to extend a space to us for, I assume you know.
I mean, you guys are just here so the Primogen don't get twitchy, honestly.
That's fair. Took some people forever to find him. Lord knows we tried. Nice to have him back.
Yeah, well, helps to have a good sense of smell.
I'm working on that. So, question.
Yeah.
It's been a long time
Mm-hmm.
since I've been around the Garu. Are you guys okay with this? Really?
What part of it? I'm always happy to watch a kindred die.
As long as it's the right one. And then we'll be fine.
Oh, yeah.
Do you want to dance?
Oh, I'd love to. And she is going to walk you out onto the floor, and she will be leading.
I'm just watching that.
Yeah, so you see Thomasina getting pulled onto the dance floor by a easily 6'5" woman with pixie cut.
My mom raider goes zoop immediately, so I'm like,
Lucky lady.
Good for her.
I'm gonna like lock eyes with Tommy as she's going, like doing the whole like the lady thing, like, you okay? Like, you okay?
And I'm just gonna kind of look over and just like, more than okay.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
And DJ's still going. The bodyguards are just standing up top looking kind of bored. Slaughter's already pulled over a couple of her friends and she's like relaying everything she learned. Like,
That's why I was half vague anyway.
and the others are still in the back for the time being.
Gotcha.
And since this is Elysium, it's okay for me to break out a damn blood bag at this point, right?
Yeah.
All right. So I'm
Everyone here is
basically gonna,
familiar
like,
with what you are.
get one out and just take. I still don't really like to do it in front of everybody, so.
There are a couple side booths if you want, and then there's the VIP booths up top.
I'm just gonna find a corner and just be hide it and kind of slurp it down in my jacket. And
Make me wits and awareness real quick.
Also, I imagine you grabbed 2.
Yes, well, I would have grabbed one at a time because I don't carry in 2 of them in my jacket. I mean, my bra is big and all, but it's not that big.
Double fist it.
1! Oh, no, 2! I got 2 this time.
Yay! So you do see,
Nice.
awkwardly from across the place, Sunny is staring straight at you, not moving, just drinking her beer, watching you. And she just turns and makes her way towards the bar to grab another beer.
Towards the bar? Mm-hmm. Where I am?
Yep.
She
She is intentionally avoiding you.
Okay.
Well, I definitely am. I saw her, and I'm just going to get real awkward about it. Just kind of go back to my, vampire cape hidden blood-sucking moment.
I'm going to talk to Tank for a second and just say, would you mind just giving me a minute? Can I come back to this?
Yeah.
That'd be great. Thank you. And I'm going to head over to find Anton.
Okay.
If Sunny's still at the bar, I'm just going to see if she responds to me. Let's go. You planning on avoiding him all night?
Yep.
Keep it that way.
Fully intend to.
That's it.
And I will have thrown away the 2 blood bags and will come back refreshed.
Well.
Ready to bop some more.
All right, you can remove your hunger.
Yes, I'm just still at the bar.
And I head over and I just say, so, have you been approached yet?
Yes, I have. By a very curious girl of questionable age and height.
Which one?
The shortest one here. I'll just gesture over my head towards the general direction where Slaughter.
She is now enthusiastically dancing, just having her best time.
And I'm gonna say,
Got to be a bit of a teacher again. It was.
a teacher?
She's curious about how we act, how we are. It's nothing different than I've already explained.
Could you possibly spare a lesson for me? I know that you said that you were struggling for a few weeks there, for a few days, with not having what you needed to get anything done. I am overly aware of the fact that in a situation in which you thought you were unprepared, you rose to the challenge and then some. And I would like... How do I say this without saying that?
What's on your mind?
What can you smell and hear right now?
I'm cautious too, but then I'll just go ahead and turn on heightened senses really quick.
Wet dog, stale beer,
Tea.
little bit of BO.
I wanna see if I can just focus it down away from smell and just into sight. See if I can pick up any specifics on people, anything.
Lots of neon paint jobs on Garu, all over.
Right. And then I'll just drop it down. So this might be the worst possible place to ask me what I can smell, but same could be said of any dance club.
Yeah.
That it is overwhelming at that rate. Bit better on the vision, but
I felt pretty without when we were trying to get Aaron. And I don't know if there is anything that I could offer in return.
I'm sorry, are you asking what I think you are?
I don't have to.
No, I'm just very curious. She's typically a taboo topic.
Typically, we would be surrounded by our own. We aren't right now.
Suppose an arrangement could be made.
Such as?
We are, as we have learned, two very different kindred with very different backgrounds and fortes. You are also an educator, yeah? Perhaps we could learn from each other.
Mm-hmm.
And as it sits, I woke up not as refreshed as typical.
I know the feeling. I was lucky when Hex managed to bring Philip. And frankly, so were the rest of you.
Why's that?
It had been... It had been a while since there was any real nourishment.
You know that,
You already know about me.
I do, but I have concern of you relying on just Philip. If you
I don't.
are not planning on going back out to the rest of the Ventrue.
But I can't. I absolutely can't approach Aaron right now.
Truth.
I have no intention of entangling myself any further with someone who may or may not be Prince within a week. And beyond that, as I said, there are qualities you have that I am intrigued by.
And as I said, I think an arrangement could be made.
All right.
What are you thinking?
While we're here, they're focused enough on everything else right now. And beyond that, I am surrounded, and I am without connection, and I think while we're here.
It will take a while for it to manifest.
Mm-hmm.
There is one ground rule.
Yeah.
Things from the Tremere are off limits.
Of course.
Fortunately for you, this is not what you are interested in is not a solely Tremere thing.
No.
So you are in luck. Lead the way.
Mm-hmm. And we're going to try and find a back room.
Okay. And their closest to a back room would be the VIP booths upstairs. And as they have curtains that you can close.
Are they all occupied or with
No,
guard?
they're open.
Okay.
There's maybe one that has a couple werewolves in it, drunk off their ass.
Lucky for us.
After you.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna go ahead in and then let him in and shut the curtain.
All right. Mel and Aaron, what are you two doing?
I'm just,
Having a good old time?
yep, just totally blissfully unaware of everything else, apparently, so.
All right.
With whatever pocket change that Hex had spared, I want to buy a round
Okay.
and just pass it out to a few of the Garu.
Okay. They happily accept free beers. One of them goes to Sunny as a fellow Garu intentionally puts it into her hand and leans over to whisper to her, and she looks over at you, just sort of knocks the cap off and toasts it at you, and kind of gives you a shrug and continues kind of just her general malaising about as she drinks, not really interacting with the dance floor. She's clearly here because she has to be.
Gotcha. Have we seen any of the other Primogen come in?
No. But after a bit, Dot, Falcon, and Alpha do come back out, and they head upstairs to a VIP booth They don't really bother to close a curtain or anything. They're just up there, relaxing.
Would I have seen that?
Yes.
Yes!
that you would have seen as you are primed to look for them.
And I will make a beeline to wherever they are.
I'll head up as well.
All right, so the two of you heading up. The three of them are sitting there, a little unamused, but relaxed. Alpha is sitting very straight. He's not as lax as you normally see him at parties. He's clearly on business. Falcon's a little bit uncomfortable. Dot is laid across the couch. She is loving this.
This is the first time I've seen them. I'm not even really giving much attention to Alpha at this point, the two of them. This is the first time I've seen them in a long time, right?
Yes.
Well, then I'm going to rush into Falcon to give her a hug.
And Falcon goes, "Oh, hey, Mel! I love this. I love this. I could only find a yellow jacket. I kind of had a lot going on. How you doing?"
I'm here, but I am so glad you are too. What should I expect tonight, Falcon?
One of y'all is gonna have to do it.
I don't know that any of us brought anything with us, weapons-wise.
Dot's got you covered.
Okay.
You guys will just need to probably figure it out before Mooney decides which one of you wants to be the one to do it.
Okay.
Hey, Aaron.
You look great.
Thanks. I look really plain.
You know what? A little bit of normalcy in a sea of strange is always appreciated.
And Dot looks over and goes, "Was that directed at me?"
Of course not. I would never say something like that in person.
And I'm going to take somewhere off of my face that has enough, and I'm going to be like, "Do you mind, Falcon?"
She's like, "Oh God, please."
And I'm just going to just smear it across. So it's like a really awesome, like a, kind of like the football players do underneath their eyes. So it's just really badass looking just right there under her eye.
She's like,
"There's something."
"It's something. Thank you."
And I'm going to go to Dot and extend my hand.
And Dot leans up and cordially shakes your hand.
I will shake it back and tell her I'm so thankful for you guys, and I'm glad to see you. And
Alpha's looking straight at you.
I have not acknowledged him yet because I'm paying attention to the two people who I know are my superiors at the moment.
Yep. And Alpha does turn to Aaron.
Alpha, you're very bright. It's good to see you, though.
It's good to see you too, son. They told me it was going to be blacklight, so I figured this is the best thing I could wear.
You definitely stand out.
As I probably should. I like this getup.
It's cool. I had some help because I'm not very dexterous.
I can tell.
I did this side, the messed up side.
Nah, that makes sense. How are you two holding up? It's been a while.
We're here. In one piece.
Yeah, there's that.
And I'm going to extend my hand to him as well.
He reaches up and he gives you a handshake not as strong as you would expect. He's meeting you on equal footing.
Then I will not strengthen my grip either. I will make sure it's equalized. Alpha, thank you for holding our guest for as long as you did. And
You don't have to be polite to me, young lady. I know the position you're in, and I know where that puts you and me. So, don't stand on ceremony on my account.
And I'm going to get real condescending for a second and be like, "Well, I'm not very young, but you're right." And kind of back off the hostility just for a second. Because that's one of the few things that you can't get at Mel for.
And he's just grinning ear to ear. He goes, "My apologies. I must have left my manners
And I'm gonna
back
just
at home."
kind of do a little tip of the hat and tell him, I'm not here as competition, and I will not ever be. So
No.
you understand.
We are here as shepherd and sheriff, and the sooner that we get tonight over with, the better.
Fully agreed.
You mentioned home. I haven't been back home in a while.
No, you've been missed.
it might be a while before I feel that I've shaken enough tail to get back there.
I understand we've been keeping an eye out for anything that might have followed you.
I didn't put you guys at too much exposure, did I?
Not that we know of. As far as the authorities are concerned, we have a little hippie commune and we have no idea who all lives there.
It's great.
You need to be more careful, son.
I'm learning. Yes.
Your little friends still hate me?
No comment.
That's a yes. Well, when she's ready, I'll talk to her.
And Alpha, if you don't mind, at some point in the near future, I'd also like to talk with you about that.
Of course.
And I'm going to leave it at that for the most part. And just
Of
kind of
course.
tip my hat to all of them. Again, kind of not intentionally silly, but still kind of a silly little bow to everybody before I turn to exit.
And as you turn to exit, Dot just kind of lays back on the sofas, just kind of like rubbing her temples, just... She wants this night over, clearly. But she is absolutely feeling herself in her attire.
She should be. I'm going to turn to Aaron as we depart, and not so quietly since it's very loud in here, say, yeah, so did you pick that up? We have to figure out which one of us is going to do the deed.
Ooh. This is a younger thing, but not it. Can we do that?
I don't know how we're going to do this. We need to go talk with the other two.
Yep.
So I'm going to make a beeline to wherever they would be.
All right.
You don't know.
Or I'm going to see where I would have thought they would be.
Right.
Yeah, they're down in the dance.
That's where I would have thought they were.
No.
Yeah.
I'm going to go to where I thought they were.
Yeah, so you go and they're not on the dance floor.
Okay. Well, if I don't see them, I'm not going to immediately start searching. Do I? There's no way I would know anything about anything because these things. So
As of now, the only thing you can notice differently is that there is a VIP room with the curtain shut.
There were a couple, weren't there? The drunk
No, the
era?
other one, the drunk one, the curtains were open.
Okay.
There is one room with the curtains shut now.
Okay.
And Thomasina and Anton are not around.
I'm going to find Anton's new friend and just ask if he saw... When's the last time he saw him?
You mean Little Slaughter?
Yes.
Okay, so she's like...
I'll be with you then. I'll just have tag.
She goes, oh, you're... Oh, what do they call
no.
you? What do they call you?
I'm gonna lean in for this one.
No, it's not traitor. It's like another word for traitor. But no, I know who you are.
Yep.
I know who you are.
That sounds like me.
Who are you? Oh no, I met you earlier.
Yes, you did.
Okay. What's up?
When was the last time you saw our blue-faced friend?
Oh, they went upstairs together.
Both of them.
Yeah.
When?
I don't know, like a little bit ago. Is it true that you were like...
I'm so sorry,
You were like
Slaughter.
gonna marry
we
Sonny?
actually have somewhere to be, and I'm
Gonna-
gonna grab Aaron by the arm
Gonna
and
egg
wait,
somebody.
I
yank
had
him.
Just probably gonna stumble out of the VIP like while they're talking to
Yeah.
Slaughter.
Yep.
Just
There they are.
Oh my god. Okay. We have
wave them up.
larger fish to fry, guys.
All right. You coming up to us then?
Yes, I will have been there by now. So who's gonna do the deed?
I'm sorry.
What? I'm sorry. Are you? Did we interrupt something? Are you guys okay?
No, what
No.
deed?
Talbot?
I thought that they would
He's
be.
here.
I thought it'd be money.
No,
Oh, that deed.
we have to do it.
We have to.
Why?
Why did?
Did they? Well, God, of course you didn't ask. All right.
Either we.
With what? I'm okay. We've.
Okay. Take a deep breath.
If I could.
It's okay. It's okay.
We have to do it. If we do not, Moody will decide how and whom does it, which we do not want. And Dot apparently has provided the weapon of choice. So who's going to do it? And how do we determine this?
What is the weapon of choice?
I didn't ask. We just need to figure out who's going to do it.
Well, the kids do. Not it.
See?
I can do it.
Are you sure?
You two don't want to do it,
No, but-
and you should not if you're
No.
going to be prince. I should
Could
I should do.
make a proposal of we are all shepherds of the city. We should do it as one.
It depends on what the weapon of choice is. It
Yeah,
might be difficult, but
That's a little.
I would not be opposed to having you up there with me while I do this.
I think the Shakespearean aspect of that rings very true.
Maybe you should find out what the weapon of choice is.
Maybe I will not go and ask at the moment. So
Should I not go and ask at the moment, or
you are welcome to.
okay? I'll go and ask them at the.
You might actually get
At the
Alpha
moment,
on
yeah.
his best right now. He's tame.
I'm going to. Tom, I
Maybe
think
you should wait here.
you
and
should
I'll,
wait here
Sure,
with us,
sure.
please.
I'll be right back.
Yes.
I'll be right back.
Don't push it.
Yeah.
I'll be right back. I'll be right
I'm
back.
gonna just like absentmindedly follow him for like a couple of feet and then like come back to
Yeah.
Mel.
I'll just run over to the VIP booth and just
Will I recognize this
knock,
behavior?
knock, knock.
Not at this point.
Okay.
You just knock, knock, knock.
And the curtains open, so
just being
Dot
polite.
gestures for you to walk in. Alpha is gone.
Okay. You look fantastic.
I know.
Hmm.
I always do love a good opportunity to get dressed up.
This is the Dot that I remember.
This is the Dot that needs to come out more, I do admit.
I agree. Falcon, how are you?
I'm getting by.
I like the
Thanks, Mel did it.
I was told you had other company, but I suppose not.
He is in a different booth.
Understandable. I was told that there was a deed to be done. And of the four of us, I believe I am the most equipped to do so.
That makes sense. And Doc goes, yeah, that it probably should be you, kid.
Probably should. It's a shame that Cyrus is not here, as it were, but
Oh no, I would never let him do this.
I suppose there is a... under regular circumstances, it would fall to the sheriff, but as he is otherwise occupied, then this is not exactly our
This
territory.
isn't sheriff domain.
Right.
As you all were present during the previous Primogen meeting.
We are the ones to execute on the contract.
Precisely.
If I may ask, I am not well versed in weaponry. What is the weapon of choice?
And she reaches down beside her and pulls up a cloth velvet bag and pulls out a sword from easily the 17th century. She said, "This is going to go through that pretty little neck of his. And you will decapitate him when the time is right."
That is not quite my specialty, but I am willing to give it a go.
Swing hard and fast.
If you can put him in a position that's easy for me to hit, I can guarantee that.
I'm sure Mooney will accommodate.
I will accept this from you when the time comes then. I imagine
Good
it's
idea.
not clubware.
And she puts it back in the bag
Mm.
and puts it down on the ground beside her.
Are the others here okay?
They're here. Olivia is. And Falcon starts to kind of hold in a laugh too. She goes, they're dressed appropriately. Olivia's really not happy about it.
Oh dear. Wait.
They needed new clothes.
Sorry, all of them are dressed appropriately.
Yep. And Dot's just like,
Oh. If I ever wanted a phone that had a camera on it, it would be right.
trust
now.
me, she would kill us if we took a picture, so just memorize it as much as humanly
I will
possible. And if you tell anyone about it, I will decapitate
Oh
you.
no, please! I have very few things I can cherish for myself right now. This will be one of them.
It is the first time I've ever seen Alpha laugh. Like, he laughed in front of him. We had the dignity to wait.
Oh jeez. Oh, it's different mannerisms, as it were.
I'm surprised he's with Garu right now.
I am I'm not terribly surprised. I just figured a bit more decorum.
He's a curious man.
Don't blame him.
I'm just glad he's keeping it away from Aaron.
Yes, yes. We will leave that there.
Yeah. Falcon's like, no, really, like, Denise looks amazing.
Oh?
Olivia, you're not gonna recognize her. I had to ask her questions to make sure it was her.
Oh dear. I didn't see Tilly come in with you. Did she not want to come? Is this too much?
I had her brought over beforehand. She wanted to see Proctor before anybody else.
That makes sense.
Her dress glows, so it already works.
I'm sure she's thrilled.
Oh yeah, she is loving it right now. She already wants neon paints, and we're gonna have to go buy her some.
I think it will make the manor look very nice in different lighting.
Maybe.
You should-
She's really into it now. This is the first time she's ever seen this.
You should try glow in the dark while you're picking up the neon. Give it different layers.
That might freak her out.
Let her know ahead of time.
We'll try.
Okay.
We'll try. Dot's like, yeah, I don't know about that one. Proctor, hottest she's ever looked. Just putting that out there.
I feel like this is a statement I may never utter, but
Trust me, it's gonna be weird for you.
well, it's not like she is my mother, but yes.
I mean, we're your primogen. We might as well be your parents.
About that, I have not had the opportunity to be in touch with Dr. Carter.
He's fine.
I'm trying to make the most of this situation, so I will just ask plainly, should I pass a message along to him through you, or should I simply wait?
Just wait.
Okay.
He'll come to you.
I fear that I may have lost our history.
I can't speak to him.
I mean, not him. I fear that I may have lost our Camarilla history.
Don't worry, kid. You only knew half of it anyway.
What I could salvage.
You're fine.
Thank you.
Don't
Dot.
mope, it's a party.
Believe it or not, feeling better than ever.
Yeah, there's not a fucking drop of blood here. Mooney made sure to put that knife in my back.
How strong of stomach are you?
Honey, look at me.
Talk to the kid, and I'll just give a half bow and back out.
Wait, which one?
Our kid, and just walk on out. And I'll just rejoin them.
Okay.
It is a sword.
What kind of sword?
Few centuries old. I didn't really examine it. It looks like a longsword.
It's not like a bastard. It's a.
No, it's rather heavy looking. But yeah, it'd mainly be momentum at this point.
Did you ever learn?
Oh, no. I mean, no. No, that was not no. Mm-mm.
I am fortunate in that I will not.
Cleavers in your day, yeah.
No, no, my weapon is the pen, really.
Oh, really? You what? Okay.
I am fortunate that I'm not going to have to do sword play to dispatch Talbot. But
No, but
like I said, I will let momentum do the work, as it were. But having you all up there, in case, would be very helpful. If you do not mind.
no, all right.
They agree that it should be me.
Sure. No, it's the just momentum. I mean, it's impossible for you to throw your back out, but put it in, for the love of God.
Yes, they suggested hard and fast.
Yeah.
Have you decapitated people before?
No.
I'll ask
No.
you. I'll ask again. Are you sure you haven't decapitated people?
No.
Okay.
Listen, Spain is known for a lot of things. Steel being one of them. They weren't necessarily the most fashionable thing in my day, but I traded in them for a little while.
Did you?
I did.
Fascinating.
I was.
Will I recognize their banter as being more than typical?
Oh yeah. they're definitely very into each other right now.
Yeah. But regardless,
yeah.
I'm not experienced with a sword. I did not train in various weaponry, as it were. I'm more of a hands-on kind of person. But if it has to be, it has to be. Maybe we can put them on top of the fucking bar or something, and they won't charge me for the scratches.
It's a Garu bar. There's already scratches on it. You're fine.
Storyteller.
Yes.
Point of order. My understanding of previous Camarilla documents and other constitutions that have been drawn up and the way that other vampire kindred communities have been founded.
Mm-hmm.
Would I know that somebody else killing a prince that would be... Is it okay for me to be up there? Would I know that, or would I...
It's not unheard of. Typically, the Camarilla would, in the past, back the strongest person. So if someone was in the position to kill the prince in order to take praxis in some kind of situation, they would appreciate it.
Typically, you'd be killing them.
Yeah, typically it would be, if you were a general candidate that wanted to become prince, you could kill Talbot and claim it for yourself.
Okay.
So it's not unheard of.
So then me joining in this group,
Yeah, not unheard
Shakespearean
of.
killing, okay, all right.
Yeah. Should you win the election, it would make sense in the public eye.
Right,
Yeah.
but I'm yeah, okay, understood.
Yeah. I will do my best, as it were.
Is the handle big enough for 8 hands?
I imagine it will be very difficult to swing the sword.
Oh god. Well, we didn't know. We didn't know that it was going to be you.
Well, there are ways for me to offer strength, but perhaps us being there in solidarity will be enough.
The solidarity will help.
And maybe... I'm sure you'll be fine.
I think I'll make it work. And if it doesn't work out exactly, then I will do what I can to make it work.
So you guys can hear Alpha very loudly laughing and hooting and hollering with a number of people from a VIP booth.
That tracks. Dot wanted to talk to you at some point.
Oh,
but
no.
It's positive.
Good.
It's positive. It's about, I'll just like gesture to the straps. But you're,
Oh, were we not...
no, you may have actually saved the party.
Good to know. Good to know. All right, I will head upstairs to Dot if she's still there.
You should, if
She
you want
is-
to see them.
Yeah.
Yes, go.
Yeah, she's still there. She's just laid back on a couch, and Falcon is sort of scrolling her phone, bored.
Dot,
Oh, hey, kid.
Anton mentioned you wanted to see me. I
Yeah,
might
he was
have
cagey
something
about it.
that you were interested in. And I'll pull out the spare blood bag that I have.
Oh, thank fuck.
And I'm going to kind of walk up behind him and just kind of like... Okay, I'm just going to kind of shield.
Is
From
it
you.
alright? Are you low on your supply?
Always. But, you know what? Hex knows where we are, you know where Hex is. If you just keep it coming to us, this bag for you is free.
Sounds good. And she takes it and uncorks it and downs it like a college kid chugging. And just practically cleans the bag and tosses the empty one on the table. That was what I needed.
It's a little AB positive, a little sweet, a little
Yeah, this
salty.
isn't the weird shit you got, is it?
No,
Okay.
that stuff is gone. Gone. It's gone.
How are you holding up?
You know what? I'm doing okay. It was hell in there. But with your help, with Hex's help, and with their help, I was out before I even knew I was in there.
You got lucky.
Mm.
And she kicks up her leg on the table. Very revealing.
Mrs. Robbins.
And pulls her skirt all the way up to her hip, and you see the scar of a long burn gash down her leg. She says, "Yeah, that was me not getting out fast enough in my day. This, for some reason, never went away, no matter how many nights I slept."
There's been a lot of infighting between us, between other kindred trying to join us. I am like way down on the totem pole, but the sooner we can stop that and focus on these SI people, the better off all of us are.
That's part of this treaty. The Garu have their own problems, a division called Pentex. It's shell corporation. There's 500 fucking companies underneath it. You'd think I owned it. Part of this agreement is that we watch Pentex at night. They watch the SI during the day.
Nice. It would be so much nicer to know that I can sleep soundly and not wake up in some weird box.
We can only hope.
I will leave all of the tech stuff to you, though.
Good idea.
Speaking of tech, it would be very handy if we could get some.
Oh, I'm sorry. Do I not build cell phones fast enough for you?
Well,
It's
yes.
been 2 weeks, son.
It has. It has.
I understand. You're fiending for your, what is it now, Candy Crush. You'll
Always.
have your phones when they're ready.
But also to get a little bit of access back from Tabitha, if it so pleases her.
Wait till you see her.
Oh.
Don't worry. You'll have whatever you want for months, I'm sure.
Oh no.
Oh, it is hot pink. Hot pink.
Sure about sunglasses.
That's tragic.
It's on brand for her. It's just hot pink.
Sure.
I love it. I'm going to make sure she wears it again.
Please do.
Oh, I will.
And then, with regards to tech and getting any back at home, are there going to need to be new considerations when it comes to a place that we're all actively spending more time?
Such as?
Are we looking at a different security? Or a different kind of security? Are you guys more interested in what's going on there? Hex had her eye on it for I don't know how long, and there's no way that certain details have not gotten back to you by now.
I'm not sure what you're alluding to. She told me there was a basement that seemed to be pretty hidden, so I gave her proper security cameras for it. Is there something I need to know, Thomasina?
It's a big place. It looks like a lot of people have been there for quite some time.
You worried somebody's gonna come back for it?
Yeah.
I'll keep that in mind. We'll see what I can do.
Thank you.
Thanks as always, Doc.
Of course, kid. Thomasina, at some point, you need to talk to Alpha. Maybe after you talk to Tabitha.
Sure.
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Doesn't have to be tonight. But at some point, I think you and he need to have a talk.
I'll try and let him get a few words in.
You might find that your anger is misplaced. And you might find that your clan only have themselves to blame. But that's for Alpha to tell you. Go on, have fun.
And I'm gonna head back down towards the dance floor.
All right.
Zip up my bag, take a sip, head downstairs.
And can I find Tank anywhere in all of this?
Yeah, she's dancing. And as you guys are coming down, a bar brawl has broken out between two of the Garu. And people have just backed up. They've just cleared a space to let it happen.
We drift downstairs to watch this.
Alpha comes like stumbling out, like covered in neon paint that he was not covered with when he went in there. And he like leans over the balcony to watch. And these two guys are just kicking the shit out of each other. Everyone's cheering it on. And one of them finally takes the other down to the ground and bites a nip out of the other one's ear. And he just spits the blood on him. He says, "That's what you get for challenging your betters." And everyone just kind of cheers, helps the loser up, and party goes right back to the way it was.
I find the closest Garu I can and just ask, there's no bad blood between them. It's done. It's over, right?
And the one you turn to is, he is the bouncer from the front. He just goes, "Oh no, this shit happens all the time."
So different.
It's kind of like, I don't know. You know, everybody wants to be a little bit more, I don't know how you guys fucking do it. But everybody wants to be a little bit higher up in the chain. And, you know, you gotta fight for your place on the chain. And sometimes you pick a really stupid fight.
No, we just hold grudges for like decades.
Oh, that sounds lame.
It's awful.
And I'm just gonna like say to myself, and this is why I believe in democracy.
And so Mooney comes out of her booth with her two bodyguards and just hollers out to the bar. "All right, let's get this done." And she comes downstairs with her two bodyguards in tow.
Just give like a slight nod to her. She goes by.
And she walks up and she gestures to the guards, the armed guards. They go into the back. And they bring out the golden casket. And bring it out to the dance floor. One of them pops it open, and they just unceremoniously dump Talbot's body onto the floor. Falcon's hairpin still right through his chest. And Mooney walks over, says, "Shepherds, come on."
We're gonna.
Make our way as a crew.
I'm just gonna kind of like force Anton up a little bit. And
Think
then,
like 1990s like dance floor like gang getting together about to be called out sort of crew like.
Do you mind if we use the bar and give me a bit more leverage?
No, we're gonna do it right here. And the dance floor clears out a bit to give you guys enough room. Mooney reaches down, nets her hands into Talbot's hair and pulls up his head. Kind of looks it over, confirms it's him. And as she stands up, she hoists his body with her.
Oh no.
And just holds his body over the dance floor. Neck fully exposed. Says, "Which one of you's doing it?"
It's me. It's not why I would like the more leverage.
You're just gonna have to try.
I might hit you.
You won't.
I'm gonna lean over really quick and just say, "Aim for the shoulders."
I'll just look around for Dot and maybe.
Dot is walking up with the sword.
Mm-hmm.
And she takes it by the blade and hands you the handle.
All right. I'll take it. I know how to hold one. I just don't really.
I want to subtly will my shadow underneath Talbot so he's a little duller in this lighting.
Okay. As he's not neon, it is quite dark over him already. But everyone can clearly see that it's him. Your shadow stretches out a little bit, but not quite far enough.
All right.
And I will get as close to Aaron as I can without actually touching him, without being in the way of the blade. So solidarity movement and less physical hindrance.
Hold this. I'm just going to take a deep breath, and I'm going to attempt to activate Blood of Potency so I can get some more strength behind a swing.
Okay.
Fails, so I'm at 2 hunger.
Okay.
Well, failed rouse check, rather. And 1, 2, 3. Burn a willpower while I'm at it. What else do we have to do? 2, 4. Okay. 4, 8. 1, 2, 5. So, blood of potency. I'm at, not critical, so just blood potency 2.
All right.
And I'll just heft up the sword. Look at the primogen. Say anything, or is it just done?
And Falcon just looks down and then back to Talbot. Dot's vision is focused on Talbot. Alpha's kind of scuttering up behind them real quick, and he just crosses his arms and he's waiting.
Just do it, Anton.
And he goes, "Come on."
And I'll just hold the sword on my shoulder and just go, fuck you, and just take a swing towards the neck shoulder area.
Make me a
God.
strength and brawl.
Oh, good. That's actually a little bit better. 2, 3, 4, and then extra dice. Extra dice because that bounced out. So it's 1, 2, 3.
Nice.
3 success.
So as you swing,
Mm-hmm.
your blade goes through Talbot's neck.
Mm-hmm.
The second that his body begins to fall from his neck, his body and his head go to ash almost immediately. And Mooney just opens her hand and lets the ash fall to the ground. Those of you who are old enough, you've seen these kind of things before. The older a kindred is, the faster they turn to ash, and Talbot was quite old. And this is the best that was going to end for him. Mooney calls over Alpha. Alpha produces 2 small jars. And he proceeds to take a handful of Talbot's ashes and drop it into one jar and hand it to Mooney. He takes a handful, drops it into a jar, and hands it to Dot. They whisper to each other briefly, and then Mooney walks over and kicks the pile of Talbot's ash out onto the dance floor and gestures to the DJ to begin playing the music even louder as the werewolves descend onto the floor to begin dancing on the ashes of Talbot Rourke.
I will back off of the dance floor because the sword is still just over my shoulder, just away from the dancing people.
Dot comes up to you without a word and just holds up her hand to collect it. And she takes it and she walks away.
As she does. Thank you.
And Mooney walks into the back, and she comes back out, sans jar, and the armed guards go into the back, and then out walk all the rest of the primogen. Tabitha is wearing a neon pink suit with white pinstripes.
That's actually really
Proctor. Proctor is wearing a neon shawl with a loose black top and skirt. Tilly on Proctor's arm. She's wearing the exact same dress that she's always worn, but she is a beacon of baby blue. Denise is wearing a yellow jacket similar to Falcon's, but this one's covered in some tribal patterning in blue. Black tank top and jeans that have been splattered with neon paint. And then Olivia. Multiple layers of iridescent loose shawls and cardigans with a long fitted skirt, neon silk scarves. Furious, you can tell she tried to take as many pieces as possible to try and make this nice and just completely failed to do so, and she's trying to stand behind the others. Her hair is down for the first time you've ever seen. You can see that her hair goes practically down to her waist. And
Don't stare, don't stare, don't stare, don't stare.
Eyes
don't
hurt.
stare.
Can't help it.
and they come out and they just kind of look to all of you and walk to the stairs to go up. if you could all make me composure rolls, please.
Just composure?
Yes, so you'll double the amount of dice that you have in composure.
Gotcha.
1 critical.
2.
Jesus, mother, God in heaven. No, I did okay this time. Yeah, I did okay. 3, 5, because I have a critical.
Okay.
5 as well.
Okay, so Mel and Aaron, you guys are able to hold it together pretty well. Thomasina and Anton, it's a moment for you, especially given your activities earlier. You're a bit more primed for emotion right now.
They're back.
It's about fucking time.
Do we go see them? Do we wait? I think we should wait.
I'm not sure if they really... We didn't get them.
Well, we did what we made the arrangement to get them.
Yeah.
Mooney comes out to her balcony and just goes, "Shepherds!"
Like I said, answers the question.
Yep. Answer it for us, and I'll just head on towards the stairs.
Yeah.
And Mooney gestures for you all to come down to her booth.
And we all do.
All right.
The Primogen in a different booth, or?
They are in a different one with the curtain shut.
Okay.
We're going to Mooney's first.
And so when you go into Mooney's, her bodyguards are sitting on either side of her, the two that you saw earlier. And one is Bright Fang, the other you haven't met yet. And she's got 4 stacks of paper. She says, "This is the new agreement. You have completed the first part. This is my part. This is everything that I agreed with the Primogen to provide to you all. I told them that it was best to give you all copies as well, since we've involved you this far. So these are your copies of what I will now be responsible for, and my end of the bargain. I hope you all can understand the risk to my livelihood that this situation has created, but I think both sides are going to benefit the best." Did you have any questions?
What are you risking?
In Garu society, I can only be challenged in times of peace. By signing this treaty with you all, I open myself up to any usurper that might be sitting among my tribe.
I am surprised that there is no subsection in which your protection is guaranteed by the people who you have just gone into business with.
I feel like it might be. Is challenging done the way we saw down on the dance floor, or is it more formal?
It's probably more akin to what Aaron's used to.
1-to-1? Or is there a backing?
It's 1-to-1.
There's no
But-
way you can be protected?
There's no second.
Well,
The Primogen and I have had some conversations.
I think
But Garu business is Garu business.
Of course.
nevertheless it might be both an invitation and a deterrent, knowing that you have Kindred Society on your side.
Or it puts more of a target on my back to have made a deal with all of you.
As I said, invitation and deterrent. We shall see which is which.
We don't need to stay here too long if it's creating a greater problem.
No, you all are here for the night. The Garu really loved the show. So
Sure.
they're probably thrilled to have you all here for the night.
You have some very curious ones.
Yeah, they haven't been giving you trouble, have they?
Not at all.
It's been refreshing, actually. I cannot teach people anymore. Perhaps I can teach others.
Oh, that sounds weird. I don't like that.
That's what I do.
Speaking of teaching, though, we are going to be working together more.
Yeah.
Can there be some kind of meeting between the leadership of what information we can share. I feel like there's definitely things that you want to keep secret, and there's things that I don't even know about that I should be keeping secret. But we should be sharing something.
Yes, I do that with the Primogen. Is there something else you know that I need to be aware of?
No, I was just honestly hoping for some more dialogue.
Well, I'm not like your fucking kindred people. You can actually just talk to me. You're not allowed in my club, but you're allowed in my office.
But you let me in so many times before.
Yeah, don't think I don't know. One of you isn't a threat. I've been more than courteous a few times.
I'm very grateful for it.
A friend of yours, Hex, is quite fond of coming here on foam party night.
I imagine she is. Well, I feel as though we will be forever grateful for the various hospitalities that we enjoy because of you.
Don't give me honeyed words. Just keep to the agreement.
I also genuinely love the atmosphere that you've made here. Did you build this club yourself? Did you create the vibe?
Yes.
You have an eye. I'm not... There are others of us who have a better eye for artistic talent, but you seem to know art when you see it.
I'm a fan.
Yeah?
That feels pointed.
It's just a good-looking place.
Don't lie to me. We've already been through a lot together. You seem to be dancing around something, so out with it.
Have you worked with any portrait artists?
Tons.
Tons.
Yeah.
Huh. It just doesn't seem like you.
I
with
grew
all
up
of this.
rich. It was standard.
Oh, all right. Did you grow up Garu?
You all really don't know nothing about Garu, do you?
Only surface level. I imagine the same is the other way. Well,
We're not like you entirely. We're born, but I guess it's kind of like puberty. One day you change. And it's that from then on out. But before then, you're just like everybody else.
is that the only way?
Yeah. We don't get turned like you all.
Then
Nobody has to kill me and pump me full of blood in some embrace ritual.
Storyteller, really quickly, would I have access to have grabbed one of the stacks of paper while they're having this conversation?
Yeah.
Okay, well then I am thoroughly scanning that paper. Like I am reading the absolute ever-loving fuck out
I will
of
send
it.
you the details of the document in the off-season.
Okay, Grace.
this may be bringing up old stories, but how did Sunny plan to bring Eren into the fold then?
It was a weird time of me wanting to help however I could.
She didn't know any better.
She thought she could turn him.
Yeah.
But
She thought she could.
She's young.
You were both young and stupid.
They don't make manuals and how-tos and instructionals. It's just you fake it till you make it or until someone kills you for trying.
Yeah.
Do let her know that I said hi.
Yeah, I kind of made an awkward situation, but I told her I told you.
That's
So
fine.
she's not really keen on saying hi since you know the truth now.
Let her know that I don't plan on going anywhere. So there's plenty of time to talk.
I'll let her know. You're not unwelcome here, Eren. You were then. As I said, I hate what you've become, but you're not unwelcome here.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I am also going to grab the contract really quick
Okay.
and kind of start to casually look over it.
It's very well written.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm tuned out. Like, I'm
Yeah.
fully engulfed in reading.
Was the club before your puberty or after?
After. Long after.
I imagine.
We
did you
change a different part of our lives. I changed much later.
do- What did you do before?
Family. I have a son. He's around here somewhere. We try and make it a thing to not go near each other at clubs.
He's here.
Yeah, somewhere. I think he's... And she looks at the other one and she says, Honor, did he start dating that one? And Honor's like, oh, I know. She's like, okay, no, never mind. He's around here somewhere.
Good. Very good.
Why do you care about my son?
You had a family before this happened. Some of us lose everything with the change.
Yeah, we're not like that. We're a tribe. We're a family. Family means everything to me.
I'm happy to hear that that was a sacrifice that you did not have to give up.
We give it up in some ways.
Of course.
On the talks of the other Garu, you can only be challenged within your own tribe, yes?
Yes.
Is there any sense of getting collaboration within other tribes for more protection, for more harmony?
Not with us, kid. A lot of other tribes are more connected to Gaia and the earth, and we like the city life.
Gotcha.
We like urban life and technology and things like that, and that doesn't really sit well with a lot of people, but that's what we do.
As much as it may pain Mooney here to admit, from my understanding, the Glasswalkers are not terribly unlike my clan in the grand scheme of things.
I think that's a fair assessment, though I've seen some clans more hated.
True. But the notion of the usurper does not fall far out of minds.
Yeah, I'm sure your clan is very well versed in usurpers.
It's been a while.
Mel, you've been quiet. Contract looking good to you.
Storyteller?
Does. You all are getting a lot out of this agreement.
This is what she lives for.
It looks generous.
I had to make it so your Primogen would agree.
I know that our community will be appreciative. And I just hope that it doesn't put you in a bad place.
It does, but it's part of being a tribe leader. Everyone down on that dance floor comes first to me. And if I am to be usurped for protecting them and giving them stable land to hunt on, then so be it. As long as the next one keeps to that agreement.
Frankly, I feel as though if somebody were to usurp you over that, they would not deserve it. But that is not my place to evaluate.
Well, we're gonna do what we can.
Of course.
I heard you all got in a scrape with the Second Inquisition. Are you hiding out now?
As I said, some things are sacrificed more than others.
Living in a hole in the ground?
Yeah,
Pretty much.
it's a big hole.
It's a very pretty hole.
What does that mean?
Kindred Society provides. Hex has helped us get on our feet.
She seems like a capable girl.
She is?
And you've met us. We need our space.
Yeah, I don't know how any of you could live close to each other. To be perfectly honest.
Yeah.
It's a bonding thing.
I've lived in big houses before, and even then, you still can't really escape people.
I'll just look back and forth at every year, just kind of like eyebrows raised, but then like it's we make do.
What was that?
Well, we're considering having to live in the exact same house for the foreseeable future, which we were not doing previously.
Right.
No.
So, thank you for that perspective.
Stay out of each other's hair.
I think if we each choose our own area, we will be well served.
If I get my own messy corner, you guys can have the whole rest of the room.
The room. We're sharing it?
Sounds like it's already paradise.
Oh, that's great.
And I'm gonna take my my copy, and I have nowhere to put it, so it's just gonna go right up underneath my arm.
Okay.
You can put it in my bag if you want.
It's okay. I would prefer to have it on me.
I will though, and I'll
Yeah,
yeah.
too.
Oh, it's heavy. Okay.
I'm carrying it.
Mooney kind of smirks as you're all fussing about, and she goes,
Yeah.
When were you going to tell me?
You'll have
How
to-
long were you going to dance around it?
You'll have to elaborate.
Don't play games with me. You think a part of my signing this contract isn't knowing where you live right now?
It didn't feel respectful.
But
We're gonna know at some point. But everyone down there doesn't. So I would thank you to keep your mouth shut.
I am assuming that we benefit from your personal value associated with our new home, insofar as we might not otherwise expect unwelcome company.
That home has been abandoned for some time, and there is no need for anyone to ever go to it again. You'll be safe there.
There were stables that were there. Did you ride while you were,
No, my aunts and uncles did, though.
There were also books, many other personal effects,
a basement?
but it has been some time. I imagine
Is that basement full of those filthy little boxes? I haven't been down there in 20 years.
Mm-hmm. Well, we've
possibly more-
rearranged.
a little bit more filthy now.
There was also remnants of quite a mess
Mm-hmm.
in the grand foyer.
What can I say? An unsupervised first change doesn't always go well.
Is there anything in the home that you would like us to bring to you to have for family history?
No. I have no want to be associated with that fucking family for any reason.
Would it be preferable to you if we destroyed the personal belongings that were there?
Every single one that you can find.
If you change your mind, I personally feel
I understand if there's some art you wish to keep.
not for me, but for the security that you offer in this. If you do change your mind, we'd be only too happy to accommodate.
I hope you will understand that when one spends the better part of an hour ashing their entire family, they wish to not have anything to do with a single scrap of that house ever again. In 20 years, if I wanted anything out of that building, I could have gotten it.
We will dispatch of those items soon.
The chair downstairs, the chair.
That was my grandfather's. Well, I guess great grandfather.
Interesting.
So you knew.
I found out.
I do not know much about your former family, but I was under the impression that only select knew.
Yeah, I kind of found out after my husband passed. When he couldn't hold the family secret anymore. I was in line for it, and when I found the basement, a lot just made sense.
Is it alright if I keep the chair?
Yes, you can keep the chair.
You are...
It's a
Just
lot
the
of marble.
finest.
I'm sure it's a bitch to move anyway.
Oh, yeah.
She
We can
tried.
work around that. But I've had... It's beautiful. Thank you.
There will be a bonfire. I will let you know when it's finished.
Okay.
It's the least we could do.
The one thing, should you happen across any pictures of my son, I would like those.
There is the aforementioned painting.
I don't want that.
We will see if we can find anything else.
Thank you.
Could cut it out of the painting.
No.
Good thing about that type of painting is that it will burn very well.
Oil and canvas, yes?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We shall keep our eyes open.
Thank you. And I appreciate your attempts at discretion.
As you said, mouths shut was the plan, even up here.
I mean, you're all horribly obvious, but I appreciate the attempt. I'm sure you know my family, Anton, is not well regarded here. My mother, least of all. But
You are making your own name, and that is admirable.
And there's no
Well.
reason that anybody who doesn't already know needs to know anything else.
Names have power, whether you are given one or you choose it. Seems like you're choosing yours.
that's why my name is Gracious Moon. My life could have been much worse if I had not changed when I did. Though, fuck my mother for never telling me. I could have at least maybe prepared. But, well,
Is
can't bring people back.
what we do as shepherds is find and foster lost ones of our kind. Seems like it's kind of spontaneous with Garu, but is that something that's needed on your end?
Technically, no. A human and a Garu will sometimes make a Garu. We keep an eye on it. My mother married for love and thought she could hide it, and just fingers crossed that her precious baby girl didn't turn out like her. The only thing we really police is no Garu Garu.
Should we happen to come across any wayward pups, know that they are safe with us.
Just
And
bring
then-
him to me.
That is the plan. We are shepherds, after all.
If there's anything we're good at doing as a group, it's that.
Sheep or sheepdogs, doesn't matter.
I appreciate it. I do.
Well,
It's interesting times in Atlanta, as I said last time we met. I am intrigued at everything that is changing.
No kidding.
As am I. Never thought I'd make a treaty.
Never thought a lot of things.
I'm sorry, I'm antsy around this. The Primogen, there's a few of them that I should go speak to, but by your leave, if I may.
I think you might want to give him a day.
Good advice.
Give him some time. A couple of them are actually still waking up. We did what we could, but I'm only willing to sacrifice so much of my people.
It's understandable.
Your people found them?
Mm-hmm. We lost a couple, but they did it willingly. And then we gave as much as we could to wake them up. Without our assistance, some of them, it could have taken years.
Yeah.
Centuries.
Mm.
But we did what we could. But a couple of them are still, how you say, groggy.
Woozy.
They might just need a little bit of time at home. Especially the long-haired one.
Oh,
She was in a bad way. She was clearly the target.
she was. And in addition to being the direct target and the focus of this entire operation, she is now unfortunately undergoing quite the culture shock.
Yeah. Oh, God.
Yeah, she was skewered through like a snake basket on a magician stage when we found her.
It was a message.
Yeah.
I am afraid that we will never truly find out the extent at this point, as some of the secrets may have died with Talbot, but we will clean up after them, perhaps.
Aaron, can you please make me, let's call this wits and composure.
Sure.
I'm so fucking glad he's dead.
Mm.
Me too.
I'll do a burn of willpower.
Okay.
There we go. So that is 5 successes.
5. It's getting darker.
Like it was in the at the Elysium with Talbot.
Mm-hmm.
Can I kick on Oblivion Sight and see more clearly?
You can.
Do I see a source of where it's creeping from?
No.
I don't think they're going away anytime soon. But we should be grateful for the time that we have, thanks to you.
Your eyes are black. What's happening?
I picked up some new tricks thanks to those SI people.
Aaron, it's getting darker.
Do other people see this?
No.
No.
Do we?
Not yet.
Not yet?
Do we need to get you outside?
Is it creeping in faster, or?
It's starting to, and now you all notice it's getting darker.
Oh yeah, now I see it.
Lights. We're covered in lights, but who has flashlights, phones, something?
Perhaps we should go to the dance floor. There are many lights out there. Perhaps the DJ can make it a bit brighter.
And he's like, what is happening?
So those.
Why is it getting darker? What did you
We
bring
don't know
here?
yet.
Nope.
We did not bring anything,
No.
but it might have come for Talbot. We should get to light.
Mooney runs out and starts yelling to the bodyguards, kick on all the lights. Every single one.
Mhm.
And soon you hear thunks as lights are turning on and going dark. And all of these floodlights are fighting for it, but it's like they're being blotted out. And the whole club is getting dark.
I'm gonna kick on Sense the Unseen really quick, if it even does anything. Seven critical.
Jesus.
You can't see through this blackness, but you can see that it's growing. And Mooney just runs down the stairs and screams, "Run!" And the Garu take off, scattering in different directions. And Aaron's Sonny comes running towards you and just grabs your hand and starts pulling you with her.
We need to get the Primogen out of here.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna go towards the.
Yeah, I go with
The
him.
Primogen are coming down the stairs
Right.
after
Even
Aaron.
better, and we'll just
Follow
go.
behind him.
Okay.
Like sheepdogs. Literally like sheepdogs.
And so where are you guys running with the primogen?
Down the stairs.
Towards the
Following the crowd, I guess, at this point.
exit, wherever the exit is.
yeah.
Some are going out the back and some are going out the front.
Whichever the exit is the least currently trampled.
Both of them are pretty heavy right now, but the front door is the closest to you.
Front door's closest, and which way's Mooney gone?
Mooney has gone through the back
Uh,
with her bodyguards.
should we follow her? Fuck
No.
it. Fine.
No, we're going wherever the primogen are, and they're going with the crowd. So we're
Yeah.
going to go with the crowd.
Okay.
Going to the front, and yeah, I'm digging into my pockets for the bits of things that they were able to find for me earlier on.
Okay. So you make it out
Mm-hmm.
and into the cloth tunnel and into the valet parking on the street.
Mm-hmm.
General calm nightlife outside. Nothing happening outside.
Just gonna step back and look. I spell sense the unseen up. I'm gonna take a look at Aaron.
He's good.
I drop my Oblivion sight
Mm-hmm.
around Sunny.
And Sunny just realizes she's holding your hand and lets go real quick.
Always have terrible timing, both of us.
Yeah, I
Who else?
think I need to go.
Who else was in there?
I don't know. I need to go.
Okay.
And she runs with the Garu to start checking on them.
And we're at the primogen right now.
Hmm?
We're at the primogen right now.
We're with them.
We were following them.
I know, but I'm asking her
Yes.
because she was.
Okay.
They're outside with you and they're just looking around very concerned but staying close together. And Philip pulls up with the Escalade.
Is the front door still open to the club through the tunnel?
Mm-hmm.
I still have sense the unseen up. I want to look and I want to see if there's movement in there.
It's pitch black.
Okay.
Can't see
Completely
through it.
unseen.
Oh yeah, we definitely need to get the fuck out.
We should leave.
Yeah.
How many can fit in this Escalade?
As many as we shove in.
Yeah.
All right. I'm so sorry, ladies. We need to exit. Come on.
And Tilly's like, oh, that car's pretty.
you can be in the front seat, Tilly, if
It's
you'd
so
like.
pretty. Okay.
Okay. So I'm gonna open the front door. I'm gonna
And
very
Tilly gets in the front, but she's like holding Proctor's hand awkwardly.
Yes.
Like in the back seat, and Proctor's like,
And I'm just waiting to make sure, like, Alpha is as far away from me possibly as
Did he
can
come
be.
with us?
Alpha is getting into a car with Dot and Falcon.
Okay, great.
Cool.
So then we just have the
Good.
4 other
Mhm.
people plus us.
Tilly, Tabitha, Olivia, and
Proctor.
thank you.
Proctor.
Go on, get
Right.
in.
Denise.
So we're gonna all get in, and I'll pile in the
Yeah.
trunk areas.
Yeah,
Tilly's room for
I'll
seating.
help
Okay.
her in and then I'll just get back into the trunk.
Yeah.
And when Denise gets in, she sits by you, Aaron.
Hey.
All right, Philip, we need out.
No, I'm just like in a corner in the trunk, just
Wait, where
Yeah.
the hell are we going?
I'm gonna drive around for a bit.
Drive around.
Yeah.
I'm gonna scramble towards the front of the car,
Mhm.
kick on Oblivion sight, and if I see any shadows wavering, point him away from them.
Okay. And I will make the drive roll for Philip. That's very good driving.
Oh, good. Okay. Thank Christ. Okay.
That's
One
my
job.
kid.
That's the best Philip has ever driven. And so he makes a few loops. He's clearly getaway driving.
Yeah.
Baby driver style.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
And
Right.
the other Primogen are just like clinging tight to each other. They've already been through a hard enough ride. Tilly's in the front going, woo!
All right,
I'm fine.
we need to know where we go.
Well, we know our house is well
Pro-
protected.
Proctor, had you met up with the others before tonight?
No. We all kind of were shown here.
No.
Gangrel compound still has plenty of floodlights, huge. Probably the brightest place in Atlanta.
Clearly,
right now.
the floodlights didn't matter in the club. I say we go back to our place.
We don't want to lead them back to our only place of...
We're not leading anybody. I think he's pretty well gotten them off of our tail.
Aaron?
I think so.
That's fair. I trust Philip.
I'm still looking through the back window from the trunk of Sense the Unseen to see if anything's lights are shifting and whatnot.
Nothing's
Heck.
following.
Hex wouldn't let us be in this house, and Moody certainly wouldn't have said it was safe to be there if it wasn't safe. We need to get somewhere now. Let's go.
All right, kid,
All right,
let's go
to the
back to our
house.
place.
Got it.
Someone who has a phone, give Hex a heads up that we're on the way.
And they all kind of look to each other, and Falcon's like, "Oh, yeah, that's me."
Oh, Falcon's with us now?
Oh, yeah, no, Falcon
Okay.
is in the other car, so no one in this car has a cell phone.
Well, except for Philip.
Philip has one, but he doesn't have. Oh, he
Philip
doesn't have Hex's
knows-
info.
He's
Wouldn't you?
driving.
Philip no longer has a cell phone.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Shit.
It's fine. It's fine.
All right, let's just get there.
We'll just tell her. It's fine.
So Philip's
Hex
like,
might be there.
sorry. She'll see us when we get there.
She'll soon. It's fine.
And so you guys pull up to the house,
Mm-hmm.
and Mooney is sitting on the porch. And she just waits for everyone to get out of the car. And she walks up and puts an envelope in Mel's hands. She says, "This was on my car when we ran. I'm probably gonna need you guys again."
You have
And
us.
she walks off and gets in her car and leaves without another word. Would you like to open the envelope?
Yeah, I do.
Inside, in Scratch, the language of the Garu, but legible enough, it says, "There will be no peace." And that is where we will end this season of ATL by Night. Thank you guys again so much for joining us for this season. You guys have been wonderful supporting us and taking this amazing journey with us. We love you all so much, and we will see you in the fall for season 3 and with Blood Bonding coming up week after next after this. Take care, we love you, and stay safe. Bye.